A gray English morning hangs heavy over the oval. Clouds sit low. The air is cool, damp, and still. A soft breeze moves gently across the field, carrying the scent of fresh-cut grass and old wood. The stadium is quiet. El Mosacred, no roaring crowd, no chants. Only the distant sound of leather striking willow in a practice net somewhere beyond the stands. And near the boundary rope, resting quietly on a velvet cushion, sits a tiny urn, small enough to fit in 2 hands. Fragile, unassuming, almost ordinary. Yet inside that tiny object lives one of sport's greatest stories. A story of pride, revenge, honor, and relentless competition. Because some rivalries are built on trophies. Some are built on history. But the greatest rivalries are built on wounds that never fully heal. And no cricket rivalry has burned longer or deeper than the Ashes. August 1882. England loses to Australian national cricket team at the Oval, for the first time on home soil. The result shocks England, not because defeat was impossible, but because it felt unthinkable. The English press reacts dramatically. A satirical obituary appears in the Sporting Times. It reads that English cricket has died, and the body will be cremated, and the ashes taken to Australia. A joke, a sharp line in a newspaper. Yet from that single sentence, history changed. A rivalry was born, and from that day onward, every contest between England and Australia carried something deeper than victory. It carried legacy. The Ashes was never simply cricket. It became identity. For England, it was tradition, pride, and restoring honor. For Australia, it was rebellion, ambition, and proving themselves against the old empire. Every match carried history. Every wicket carried emotion. Every run carried weight. Players were not merely representing teams. They were carrying nations. And pressure like that changes people. It sharpens some bricks, reveals character. That is why rivalries matter. Because pressure reveals truth. At first, England believed it owned cricket. Its history, its culture, its authority. Australia was seen as the challenger, the outsider. But challengers often carry something powerful. Hunger, and hunger is dangerous. Australia fought fiercely, played boldly, competed with a hard edge. Over time, the underdog grew stronger, then stronger still. Eventually, Australia stopped asking for respect and started demanding it. This is one of life's deepest truths. Respect earned through struggle lasts longer than respect inherited by status. Australia earned theirs. The Ashes created legends. Don Bradman turned batting into art and discipline into greatness. His brilliance haunted England's bowlers like a storm they could not stop. Generations later came new warriors. Ian Botham, defiant, fearless, unforgettable. Shane Warne, a magician who spun cricket balls into mystery. Ricky Ponting, fierce and relentless. Each era produced new giants. Each series added new scars. And scars are what make rivalries immortal. Then came the unforgettable summer of 2005 Ashes series. Crowds packed stadiums. Televisions glowed late into the night. Every ball felt heavy with consequence. England, hungry after years of Australian dominance. Australia, determined to protect its crown. The cricket was breathtaking, tense, beautiful, exhausting. Every wicket changed momentum. Every session felt like battle. By the end, England reclaimed the Ashes. But something bigger happened. The rivalry was reborn for a new generation. People remembered why sport matters. Because uncertainty creates magic. The Ashes teaches something beyond cricket. Great competition does not weaken greatness. It creates Italiano. Without challenge, standards fall. Without rivalry, hunger fades. Without pressure, character remains untested. England pushed Australia. Australia pushed England. And in pushing each other, both became stronger. This is true in life. Competition, when healthy, is not an enemy. It is a teacher. It reveals weakness, forces growth. demands improvement, and those willing to learn become better than they imagined. What makes the ashes extraordinary is the symbol itself. Not gold, not diamonds, not a giant shining trophy, a tiny urn. Small, quiet, fragile, yet priceless. Because meaning is never measured by size. It is measured by story. And that urn carries over a century of sweat, heartbreak, courage, and pride. A reminder that small things can hold enormous weight, just like habits, small efforts, daily discipline. The little things that eventually shape great lives. Evening settles over Lord's cricket ground. The crowd is gone. Shadows stretch across the pitch. The stumps stand quietly in fading light. And somewhere, a cricket ball rolls gently across empty grass before coming to rest. Still, silent, waiting. Because the ashes never truly ends. It only poses until the next chapter begins. Another contest, another battle, another generation stepping into history. And that is the beauty of great rivalry. It reminds us that greatness is never permanent. It must be defended, earned again, and fought for, over and over. That is true in cricket, and true in life. Because the moment you stop fighting for excellence, the ashes of what you once were begin to settle. But those willing to rise again and again become legends.